Okay, so now we're going to be doing correct posture at sitting at a workspace. So here we have our chair and our lovely model Hannah. And when you go to sit in a chair, most people don't even think about how they're supposed to be posturally correct in a chair, but there is a definite way to be posturally correct in a chair. And as students, 80% of the time we're either in class or working on things and we're not really thinking about how we're sitting, and that can cause postural problems, back issues, back pain. And so instructing someone on how to sit properly can decrease the risk of someone having that type of pain. So what we're going to do is we're going to Now we're going to critique Hannah on sitting posturally correct in a chair. So what you want to think about is keeping the knees and the hips at 90 degrees. You're going to rest back on your back. You're not going to hunch over. You're going to have that straight ruler line from your chest to your navel. And if you have any arm supports on the chair, you're going to want to rest at 90 degrees at the elbow as well. So go ahead, Hannah, sit down. There you go. So you're gonna want the feet to come out a little bit more just so it's at that 90 degrees. And then this chair actually supports the thoracic and the lumbar very well. You want a chair that's going to support at the inferior border of the scapula. So this chair is actually very posturally correct, and her feet are also resting comfortably on the floor. She's not having to reach to the floor, and she's not having to have something put under there, so her feet are in a neutral position. And if we were to have a arm rest on here, then her elbows would need to be at 90 degrees as well. So here we have a mock workspace. And one of the differences with having a workspace is the way that your arms need to be positioned. So if Hannah go ahead and put your arms comfortable, maintaining, awesome. Okay, so I don't know if you can see her wrists or not, but they are at a neutral position, and this is a position that you want to maintain through the wrist as you're working on a computer. So if we go ahead and put the computer up, and if you have it all the way to the end of the table, look at how her wrists slope down. There is a bend in them, and that is not correct. So you want to have the computer out so that some of her forearm rests on the table so the wrist is able to maintain a more neutral position when she goes to type. Go. So here we can see that it's resting in a more neutral position, and that's going to overall decrease any pain or carpal tunnel syndrome that may develop. Another possibility, if the lumbar is not being supported correctly, is that we can add a lumbar support. So I have a rolled towel to kind of symbolize what a lumbar support would be like. It's going to be soft. You're going to be able to manipulate it to be as big or as small as you need it to be. And so a lumbar support is for those chairs who don't curve within the lordotic curve of our back. Some people have a more severe lordotic curve than others. And so one of the goal of good postural positioning is to have the lumbar and thoracic supported the entire time. So a lordotic support is going to help support the lordotic curve that a chair may not have.